Hey everyone, Michael Greenwood here. Right, so I'm asked quite often about microphones, which microphone that I think people should buy. So I'm mostly asked this by clients who want to record some content, perhaps interviews and stuff like that. So I do a fair amount of content for some of my clients. It's not really the main part of the business. We mostly run paid ads these days, but I do get some clients who want to be able to create their own content as well as the content that my business provides them with. So I do get asked this question quite a lot. I also get asked this question from some friends and colleagues and acquaintances who are me who aren't necessarily going to be clients, and sometimes it's affordability and they want to be able to just know that maybe they bought a camera and they want to get a mic for it, or they want to get better quality audio through their mobile phone, than the microphones that are on the mobile phone. So I thought I'd make this quick video. I am developing a course which is video content creating for small business owners, to help small business owners who want to get more into video content creation for the business, maybe up the game, in terms of audio visual quality. And it's going to be jam packed full of all kinds of tips on in different budget ranges as well. So some of it's going to be filming with a smartphone, like an iPhone or Android. Some of it's going to be using mirrorless cameras, and I'll even do a bit on using more professional cameras like the Sony FX6. So for this video, I'm going to keep it simple, just with wireless mics, which are definitely one of the most popular. They can have the limitations, but they're a good mic for if you wanted to record yourself. So do vlogs, do pieces to camera, where you're talking about your business or the product or services that you sell, or perhaps your hobby or your passion project or something like that. So I'm just going to talk about these three types of wireless mic, but there's lots of different mics. And what I'll do is I'll kind of front load this video for the next few minutes, talking about these three in particular wireless mics, which I recommend. And then I'll go off and talk about other types of mics and maybe so we can explore those a bit as well. Right. So I want to start off with the least expensive mic in which is available. It's not the cheapest mic you can buy, but it is the most affordable, least expensive wireless mic that I would recommend. And it's a fantastic mic. I'll just move myself here. It's a fantastic mic, and it's available from Amazon for between £84. I'll explain the differences, and £102.20 at the moment. But as we all know, Amazon's prices change. Holyland is a very good company. They've they do a range of products besides microphones, including their video transmitters and receivers as well. So it's where you plug a monitor in to you can show what's coming through your camera on like a director's monitor and things like that. So somebody could hold a screen basically and see what you're actually filming in real time. It's like a director's monitor basically. First time I really came across that kind of thing just kind of slightly going off on a tangent, is where a client wanted to see themselves on screen, basically. So, set all that up. Anyway, so this is the Hollyland Mark M2. It comes in 5 different types, but also for 5 for each color. So I suppose 10 altogether. In a nutshell, the LA version combo includes 3.5 connectors. So that's going to be for a mirrorless camera, like a Sony A7 IV, Sony, any modern Sony camera really, which has got a 3.5, or Canon or Nikon or Lumix or something like that. But it'll also work for a DSLR as well, so you might be more familiar with DSLRs, but mirrorless cameras are a more modern, smaller kind of thing. Better quality, arguably better quality, but they are mostly better quality because it's newer technology. So that is the one to get if you want to use it with mirrorless or DSLR, but also for mobile phones as well, so like iPhone or Android. So basically it comes with a 3.5. It also comes with Lightning, which is for iPhone 14 and below, and then for iPhone 15 and 16 it's USB-C, just like Android. And like I said, it's got 3.5, so you can get that and you can use it, for both your phone and your camera as well. So that's the best option if you want to use it for both. If you want it just for iPhone 15, 16, and obviously any permutation like 16 Pro, 16 Pro Max, etc., 16 Plus, then you get the USB-C one or Android. And if you've got an older iPhone, like 14 or below, you get the Lightning one. So that's basically, I won't go through all the others because they're the main 3, really, and you can get in white as well. So that's that one. Benefits of this one is it does look really cool. And I've seen a few people kind of put in a black, like on the black one, putting like a black sticker on it so you're hiding the logo. If you're picky about that, if you're fussy about that on camera, if you think that's going to cause a problem with your production or whatever. And then it's got a magnet, so it's actually easier to set up than like a lavalier mic, which you have to, it takes longer and everything. So you literally put the magnetic bit on the inside and then the lav on the outside. You wouldn't want to do it the other way around. You're going to probably get scratching. Because when you put a lavalier mic on the inside, you tape it so you don't get any scratching and stuff like that. But it's very convenient, and obviously in small productions like I do, like client work, speed is key. I want to get to a client, so I want to set it up. If they come to the little studio that we've got, I want it to be really fast and a good experience rather than messing about too much. When you're spinning lots of plates, you're wearing multiple arts in the business. You don't want to be worrying about too many things. So it's really good. Audio quality is really good. It's a bargain for the price, so I would highly recommend that. I'm going to show you 2 more expensive ones, but this is what I would recommend. Now, the thing that this doesn't have, that the other 2 that I'm going to show you do have, is something called 32-bit float. So 32-bit float is a wider dynamic range. It's a wider dynamic range. I'll try to explain this in a few ways if you're really not sure what I'm talking about. But if you think about, one way of looking at it is if you've got if you're shooting raw pictures, raw images with a DSLR or mirrorless camera, you've got more information, you've got more latitude in which to If you we call it clipping audio, if the audio goes above 0 dB decibels, then it clips, it distorts, it sounds horrible. And also you can have it too quiet as well. But with 32-bit float, it's hard to get it wrong, so it's one less thing to worry about. So it's a safety net, it's a margin of safety, and it's inbuilt into the other two, and that's one of the reasons why they're more expensive, and that would be the main reason that I would get those rather than this. There is another reason why I might opt for those rather than this. So when you're filming outside, you can have some wind protection on there, on these little button mics, we'll call them, quite cute button mics. But you have not got a 3.5 connector for a lavalier mic, and that can give you more options basically, and the other two do have those. So you might be limited, but on the other hand, those two things might be a plus, because if you're just getting into microphones, you might be even more, particular about getting your audio right. The best way of getting audio right is in production is to simply test whoever you're filming or yourself. When you laugh, are you gonna peak? Is it gonna clip? And then when you speak more quietly as well, is it going to go too low? So you'll have to raise the volume, and then obviously get the noise as well, which comes up with the floor there. So what can be a disadvantage, it can also be an advantage in the simplicity of the device as well. But I would highly recommend, if you're a Android or iPhone 15, 16 user, this one. That's the one to get. If you're iPhone 14 or lower, then this one with the Lightning. And then if you want to use it with a mirrorless camera or DSLR, or adapt it to XLR and use it with a recorder, or another camera that's got XLR or whatever, then get this one. And then if you can use it with your phone as well, or if you're using your phone at the moment and you think you might get a mirrorless camera, get that as well, because it's only another, how much is it? 15, nearly 25 quid more. So it's worth it for that. And then you're choosing whether you want it in black or white. I've mostly seen it in black, but get it. You can get it in white as well, and that looks pretty cool. Next one I'm going to look at is this one. It's a DJI, a very good brand. Again, they make gimbals and they make mics, obviously, as well. And they started making some other things as well. But they're mostly known for gimbals and drones. So most of the drones that you'll see will be a DJI Mini 3 Pro, a DJI Mini 4 Pro, the Mavics, Mavic Air, Mavic Pro, and the gimbals as well. But they make mics as well, and they make very good mics. I only buy things that are good. I don't really recommend things that are bad. I don't believe in buying things that are cheap and nasty. So I believe that if you buy cheap, you buy twice. This is very good. This adds the 32-bit float. This is very good. Now, this is more for if you're going to be using it with your mirrorless camera. Really, this is what you're going to be getting. If you were just using it for your phone, I'd just, like I said, go for one of these two options, depending on which phone you've got. You can see the connector changing there. This is more for, more, not necessarily more serious stuff, but it's just if you need this, really, because it's got the 32-bit float on it, which is one of the main things. You can get this if you're just using a phone as well. That's absolutely fine. So you can use it with phones as well. Benefit of this one as well, you've got the 3.5. Yeah, so you can plug a lavalier mic into it as well, which is great. And they're all wireless. Yeah, they're all wireless. So yeah, that's what we're looking at. Right, so that's the DJI one, and then this one is Rode. These are Rode's mostly known for microphones. So I suppose, yeah, and Oleland are mostly known for audio visual. So DJI microphones as well, but it's mostly for me synonymous with drones and gimbals, but they make very good mics as well. So you can't go wrong with any of these. Now, the Wireless Pro is fantastic. It comes with lavalier mics as well, whereas the DJI Mic 2 doesn't. So that might be a deciding factor for you, a showstopper if you wanted to come with lavalier mics. However, my set of the lavalier mics, they've got a few things that are annoying. So these little clips here that hold in the lav mic, they have come loose over time. And I don't use them every day. I've used them quite a bit, but the clips become loose, and then when you put in the lavaliers on the Talent or yourself, there's a risk of them falling off, even mid-shoot. And it has happened mid-shoot to me when I was filming a podcast a few weeks ago, and I were hosting it. So that was annoying. So these have become unreliable. So I'm going to have to do something about that. But all in all, these are fantastic. They are prosumer, so they're not classed as a professional tool, but a lot of us use them professionally. They're super reliable. They've also got time code as well, which, if you're not in, that might be a bit too much for this video, so I'll leave that. But in a nutshell, if you're filming something for a long time, you can get kind of syncing issues. You can get the audio starting to what they call drift, but that's all I'll say about that. So time code can be important. If you're syncing up different audio, you don't want drift. It's got the 32-bit float, like I said. It's wide dynamic range, so it can really save you, from having distorted audio or audio that's too quiet. You're having to raise it up and then it gets noisy. It comes with the two lavalier mics, but I've really not been impressed at those. They're great quality, don't get me wrong, but it's just the kind of build quality has not been fantastic. So I'll see if we can sort that. But yeah, it charges as well. I forgot the DJI does charge as well. So you've got like charging from the mains, and then when you're on shoot or on location, you can put it back in for a bit and it charges again, or you can charge, when you're on your way there or something like way to another shoot or something. If you're doing a couple of shoots in a day, but they're all fantastic. So I'd recommend any of these. The 32-bit float can be good. And you've got internal recording as well. On these ones, but the Oleland Lark M2, it doesn't have that, so that's why the price reflects it. But this price is unbelievable. For what you get, it's an absolute bargain. There were really nothing at that price for what you can get with that when I first started. Now, I'll just let you know something else, just as a little bonus, I suppose. So the Oleland Mark M2S is also out, which is this one. And it's more expensive. and the difference is it's got these it's got like a clip. Now the thing is, I don't like these. I prefer the original ones, because you can put it over your t-shirt like that, but then you're kind of stuck with it like that. Now with the ones that are magnetic, you could put it further down, which is close to the diaphragm. So you get a fuller sound like that. So I don't like these. I don't think they're convenient. I'm all for the convenience of them, and I suppose you don't have to do the magnet thing, but and it's a difficult one, this, because I do like the design and it's quite tempting. But yeah, I just think that would be a disadvantage not having the magnet. So you've got fewer places that you can put it, really. So that's going to be a disadvantage for me, because I don't really want a lav mic here if I can. It's okay. It's not the end of the world, but every little helps when you're looking to get really professional audio. So yeah, those are the free wireless mics. Right, so I'll just extend this video out, talking about a few other mics as well, and just in case you're interested. So feel free to switch off the video now, or if you want to learn a bit more about mics, I'll go on a bit. So I mentioned Rode. One of the other mics that I've got, and we're going into the more expensive ones now, is a Rode NTG5, which is this one, and it is a fantastic mic. It's around about I'm not even sure if it's in stock. Let's see if we've got one where it's in stock, like this. But they're generally about £485, something like that. But anyway, what's good about this one is it is XLR. So you won't be able to plug it into your mirrorless camera. So it is a different kind of mic. It's more expensive. But the benefit of this is it's you can put it on a boom pole. You can put it on a light stand and then a boom pole kind of thing, or a C stand. And it's very versatile, so you could use it indoors and out. And you get really good professional audio. It's very directional, and you can get things like Foley, sort of things like ambient sounds. It's great for voiceovers. It's great. You could film a film with it, really. It's a fantastic mic. Now you will need a recorder for it, because it's XLR, or you can put it straight into a professional camera like the Sony FX6, but you will need phantom power. And the Sony FX6 has phantom power. Any recorder is going to have phantom power. So by a recorder, I mean that you'll want something which is like the what we're talking about now. There's the Zoom F6, which is one that I've got, about £460. Fantastic. Made a load of money with this recorder. So it's got 6 XLR inputs, and yeah, it's just all around fantastic bit of gear. So you need a recorder like that, or you can get a cheaper recorder. That's 32-bit float as well, like a Tascam. Which Tascam? So you get like one of these kind of Tascams. The port capture is a bit more on the expensive side. I'd rather have the Zoom F6 than the port capture, but I do like it. And what else we got? That's one that I've got, the 60D. That's a workhorse, actually, for the price as well. Got one of those, which is really good. And what else we got? Like a Zoom H. Kind of out of date with these models now, but the not the H8. So I'm thinking like a H5 or something, or H5. Yeah, £186. So you can you can have one of these, and you've got a couple of inputs, and you've also got these attachments as well, which are mics as well. So you can plug a XLR mic in like the NTG5. So that's if you want to get into, if you want to expand your horizons and you've got more versatility with that kind of mic. And they sound fantastic. They sound absolutely fantastic. I'll give you another option, which is like the little brother of the Rode NTG5, which is the Video Mic NTG. I've got a few of these, and they're fantastic, and they're just over. I'm going to say just over £200, but this one's £200 at the moment, which is a good price. So they're generally there for about $220 usually last time I looked, but it looks like that's not in stock. But these are fantastic. So the benefit of these ones are they are 3.5, so they don't need any phantom power. They've got an internal battery which is charged from the wall socket USB-C. And yeah, you plug it into the camera with 3.5. You can also plug it with USB-C into your laptop and use it as a microphone, you know, for Zoom calls or Teams calls or Google Meet calls and things like that, or record your course, or you know, vlog on your laptop or whatever you want to do, or go live on Facebook or TikTok or whatever. So you can do plenty on this, and it's super versatile, and it's got these Rycote mounts as well, so it prevents the handling noise as well. It really does work. So you can have this on top of a camera. You can be doing ad hoc interviews, as long as your lens is wide enough. You can get close, and you don't have to be that close, but you want to be relatively close, really, to get an interview with this. So it would mean that you wouldn't need to put a lavalier mic on somebody, so that'd work quite well too. Now, something that I missed out on the big brother of this one, and I think of them as like little brothers and big brothers, so the NTG5. So the NTG5 has also got a Rycote mount, and you got a pistol grip as well, which is fantastic. So you can handhold this really, and kind of, you know, vlog yourself, or you can, you know, point it at somebody and that, or you can put this on a boom pole as well, and then you can put the boom pole on kind of like a fishing like a fishing mount kind of thing. Let me try and find one. Let me just pause because I'm not editing this video. I'll find what I mean. Yeah, this kind of thing, this kind of setup. This is what I usually do. So they've got a C stand with a boom arm, and then they've got a zoom. I think that's an F3, XLR boom pole, and this. If I can zoom in on that, but this is what you'd use for like a fishing pole, or a fishing rod. So you put the boom pole through it, and you attach it like that, and then you've got like an hands-free, basically, audio setup with a recorder on it as well, which is a good way of doing it. So I do it slightly different to that. I don't have the recorder on it, but I might start doing it that way, actually. I usually have the recorder kind of wire coming down, the XLR wire coming down here, XLR cable, and then I find a little stool from somewhere or whatever. If it's in the studio, I've got a kind of little bedside tables type thing set up, you know, like a little coffee table or whatever set up. But that's how you set that up. Or like I said, you can hold the pistol grip handheld, and it's, you know what, that's a bargain. The NTG5 is one of the best NTGs, basically the best Rode NTGs, because what confused me when I first started looking at the Rode NTG series is you've got all these different ones, and you've got where have we gone now? NTG5. You've got all these different ones, and it's a bit confusing. So basically, you'll see that the NTG one's £215. It's not as good as the NTG3. Is debatably the best. and the NTG5 is actually, the NTG3 is debatably the best, and then the NTG5, I'd say, and then the others are just all like cheaper, and the NTG3B is just the NTG3 in black, because the NTG3 is silver. So the NTG3 is like the main one, but look at the price, $450, and the NTG3 you only get the mic. In a case, you get in a case like that's what you get, and you get a handling noise proof kind of holder for it, with a thread on it, and then you get a metal tube to put and you do get a wind protector, but you're better off getting the WS11. I think it's the WS11 for it actually. That might be for the NTG. The WS11 that's for the video mic NTG. But yeah, there's a furry windshield for the, and these are better than the foam ones, so that you get the furry windshield rather than the foam ones on that. So that it's something like that anyway, but it's the one for the NTG5. Yep. So yeah, I'd have to search for that one anyway. So one more recommendation then, I think. So Sennheiser's fantastic. Sennheiser, and it's the, and in fact I've got it here somewhere. Where is that one? It's the Sennheiser. It's the Sennheiser MKE 600. So I will find it on Amazon as well, and then I just don't have the others handy really. And then I'll talk about the mic that I'm using now. And I've got the FX6 here. Forgot it were at the side of me. So we're talking about the FX6 earlier. Here's that one. Fantastic recorder. This is my main audio recorder with 32-bit float that I use for videography jobs. So this is we just had a screw fall out. So yeah, this is the FX6, which is fantastic. Highly recommend it. Can't go wrong with that one. And I'll also show you the MKE 600. So the MKE 600, I'll bring it up on Amazon first so we can have a look. Last time I looked, about 220, I think. And then I'll talk about its big brother, which is the 416, which is the classic one that they use in a lot of movies. So the one that we're talking about is £219. It's the MKE 600. It's a great mic. It's kind of similar but better sounding in my opinion than the Rode Video Mic NTG, and you can get different. You can get MKE 200 as well, which is like smaller, but I'd get the MKE 600, and I'll go through the pros and cons of this actually. So that's what comes in the package. I'll show you what comes in the package now actually. So it comes you get this pencil case with it, and then you get a foam windshield, and you get obviously the mic itself. Right, I'll tell you a pro straight away. It's a great mic. It sounds fantastic, but it's very long. So if you're putting this on your mirrorless camera, it's going to protrude out. And if you've got a wide-angle lens, it could even protrude out even more. So that's what it's like with it just looks the business. And I actually use this with the Sony FX6. And if you don't know what a Sony FX6 looks like. I'm not sure if there'll be any on Amazon. FX6. Yeah, it's one of these, basically. And you put it through here, basically. This one. But you need to get like this foam insert for it to fit in, or it's too, like most mics, it doesn't seem to fit most mics for some reason. Now, another disadvantage, I've given you one disadvantage, it's quite long and it protrudes out. That's another disadvantage. It is slightly suspended, it's not fixed on, it's not just one piece of plastic and a bit of rubber or anything. It's got these spongy bits, but it does get handling noise, so you've got to be mindful of that. Now, what's really good about this is you get this XLR to 3.5 connector, but you can also put it straight into XLR, into a camera, and it's self-powered, so you can put an AA battery into it, which you do by taking this off, but also you can use phantom power from a camera like the FX6, or a recorder like the Zoom. So, you know, it's up to you how you want to do that. One more then. We're going to talk about the big brother to the Sennheiser, and it's the 416. The big brother to the MKE 600, it's the 416. This is the classic mic. Yeah, so it's a fantastic mic. It's over £800. It's XLR. It's mostly for use outdoors, whereas the Rode NTG5, you can use it indoors and outdoors, but you can use both for indoors and outdoors. But you know, there's better mics for using indoors, and there's more expensive mics than this, but this is a fantastic mic. You probably heard this in a lot of films, you know, so it will be, you know, boomed up there and out of frame and all that kind of thing. So yeah, 48 volts phantom power, which is the standard power, and XLR. Yeah, so nothing much more to say about it, but it's a classic. So if you want a really good mic, then get one of those. And then finally, I'll talk about XLR cables. Then we've talked about XLR connections, but XLR cables. So yeah, I would get a good quality cable, and Amazon do a lot of good a good cable. So just find one, read the reviews, find one that's you know, a really good one, and you can't go wrong. I've been getting these ones. So the Nutrix ones, that's only 1.5 meter, though it's not very long. Let me just find that World of Cables, I think it was. Yeah, World's Best Cables. Yeah, so Nutrix, connectors, that kind of thing, and it depends what size you want. I mean, I've got a little tiny small one for the for using with the Sony FX6, because it's just, you know, a short distance, but then you can get longer, you know, like 4 meters is pretty long, and you can get, you know, shorter ones and stuff like that. But anyway, those are cables. Get a good one. They're probably more expensive than what you think, you know, for a good one, but don't kind of cheap out on your cables. Right, I'll leave this video for now, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.